Hey coin collectors and treasure hunters, welcome back to the channel. Are you holding on to a 2010 Jefferson nickel? You might want to take a closer look. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of US coins and spotlighting a small yet potentially valuable piece of American currency, the 2010 5-cent coin from the Denver Mint. While most nickels are worth just face value, certain conditions, errors, and market trends can cause the value of a seemingly ordinary coin to skyrocket, even if it's less than 2 decades old. Especially in extra fine condition, these nickels are gaining attention from collectors across the country. Why? Because coin values aren't just about age, they're about rarity, minting quirks, demand, and quality. Let's start with the basics. The 2010 nickel features the familiar image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with the reverse showing his iconic home, Monticello. Over 361 million of these coins were minted in Denver alone, which sounds like a lot. But what many don't realize is that high-quality examples, coins that haven't been damaged, worn down, or marked up by circulation, are far less common. In the numismatic world, extra fine condition refers to a coin that still shows sharp details and strong definition, especially on Jefferson's hair and cheekbones, as well as the architectural lines of Monticello. These features make an XF coin more desirable in the marketplace. Now, let's talk money. In general, a standard 2010 nickel in average circulated condition is worth exactly 5 cents. But if your coin is in verified extra fine condition, it can be worth up to 25 cents to $1 or more depending on the beer. That may not sound like a lot until you consider error varieties and auction trends. Some coins with die cracks, misstrikes, or off-center minting from the 2010 batch have sold for $20, $50, or even over $100 in online auctions. Serious collectors are willing to pay a premium for these mistakes, especially when paired with high-condition grades. And here's where things get exciting. Online marketplaces like eBay and heritage auctions are seeing increased interest in modern-era nickels. A 2010 nickel with an off-center strike or retained cut recently sold for over $60. Another one with a double die reverse fetched over $150. These aren't rare flukes. They represent a growing market trend where modern coins, even ones from the 2010s, are gaining value quickly thanks to collector demand and limited high-quality supply. So what should you do? First, check your 2010 nickels. Look at the coin's condition. Is there minimal wear? Can you see clear details in Jefferson's hair and Monticello's columns? If so, you may have an XF or better coin. Next, look for unusual features, doubling, die cracks, off-center strikes, or anything that doesn't look right. These could turn a regular coin into a collector's treasure. If you believe your coin is valuable, consider getting it professionally graded through a service like PCGS or NGC. Grading not only confirms the coin's condition, it significantly increases trust and potential value at auction. As we wrap up, keep this in mind. The world of coin collecting is evolving. Modern coins like the 2010 nickel are no longer being ignored. Collectors are hunting for overlooked gems in circulation, coins that most people dismiss as common pocket change. And with extra fine examples commanding strong interest and auction premiums, now is the perfect time to dig through your coin jar, examine your collection, and see if you're holding a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update on valuable coins you might already own. Let me know in the comments, have you found a rare 2010 nickel? Or do you have another coin you want us to feature? Until next time, happy collecting! The next up, top 2, are you holding onto a 2013 Jefferson nickel and wondering if it's worth more than just 5 cents? You might be surprised. In this video, we're diving deep into the 2013 5-cent coin from the United States Mint, exploring its design, mintage, condition grading, and most importantly, its value in today's collector's market. If you've got one in extra fine condition, it may not be time to spend it just yet. Let's start with a little background. The Jefferson nickel, featuring the iconic portrait of President Thomas Jefferson, was first introduced in 1938 and has seen a number of design updates since then. The 201 3D version, minted in Denver, showcases the forward-facing Jefferson on the obverse, introduced in 2006, designed by Jamie Franke. The reverse retains the classic image of Monticello Jefferson's Virginia estate, designed by Felix Schlag. The Denver Mint produced over 400 million of these nickels in 2013, which makes them relatively common. But as collectors know, condition and rarity within condition categories are what really matter. In coin collecting, condition is king. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with extra fine XF typically falling around XF40 to XF45. This means the coin has light wear on the highest points, but all major details are sharp and clean. For a 201 3D nickel in extra fine condition, you're looking at a coin that's circulated but still retains most of its original design features. It's a notch below the uncirculated mint state coins, but still quite collectible, especially if it has eye appeal or is part of an era variety. Now, what makes the 201 3D nickel interesting to collectors today? For starters, there are certain die varieties and errors to watch for, like off-center strikes, double dies, and die cracks. These errors are rare, but when found even in XF condition, they can fetch a solid premium, sometimes $10 to $50 or more, depending on the severity and demand. Even without errors, XF coins that have exceptional luster or detail, often called high-end XF, are sometimes sought by collectors filling albums or completing year sets. But how does this all translate to real value? In the general market, a 201 3D nickel in regular XF condition is typically worth around 10 cents to 25 cents. Not huge, but still 2 to 5 times south its face value. However, in online marketplaces like eBay or collector auctions, high-grade examples can command more, especially if graded or part of a roll or set. If you come across a full roll of XF nickels or cherry-pick ones with strong strikes and minimal wear, there could be a small but growing value in selling or trading them, particularly to new collectors or those building modern US coin sets. Let's also talk about grading. Submitting a 201 3D nickel to a service like PCGS or NGC may not be worth the grading fees unless you have something truly exceptional, such as an uncirculated mint state 67 plus or a verified mint error. But if you're sorting through pocket change or a coin jar and find a particularly nice XF example, set it aside. You might be building a set, starting a collection, or saving for future value as collector interest in modern coinage grows. Remember, coin collecting isn't just about instant profit. It's about history, design, and sometimes the thrill of finding a coin in better condition than you'd expect in circulation. While most 201 3D nickels in XF condition won't make you rich, they offer a fascinating look at modern minting and hold real interest for hobbyists. With careful searching and a little patience, you might uncover an error or a well-preserved coin worth a few bucks, and that's part of the fun. In conclusion, if you have a 2013 D Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition, take a good look at it. Is it clean? Are the details sharp? Is there any doubling or mint error? Even small differences can mean big changes in value. And while most won't fetch a huge premium, collectors are always hunting for the best examples of even the most common coins. So next time you find a nickel from 2013 with a little shine left on it, don't just toss it aside. It could be worth more than you think. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this breakdown of the 201 3D nickel, be sure to like the next up top 3 today. We're diving into the world of coin collecting, focusing on a modern coin that might surprise you with its potential value, the 2017 United States Jefferson nickel, or 5-cent coin, minted in Denver. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary piece of change, the kind you might pass over in your pocket. But in this video, we'll explore why collectors are paying close attention to this coin, especially in extra fine, or XF, condition, and what it's currently doing in auctions and the collector's market. The 20170 Jefferson nickel features the familiar forward-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with "In God We Trust," Liberty, and the date. On the reverse is his iconic home, Monticello, with E Pluribus Unum, United States of America, and the denomination 5 cents. With over 860 million struck at the Denver Mint, it's not particularly rare by mintage numbers alone, but value. In coin collecting isn't always about quantity. It's about condition, errors, demand, and unique features. Now, let's talk about condition, specifically extra fine XF. In numismatic grading, extra fine means the coin shows light wear on the highest points, but most of the design elements are sharp and visible. It's a solid mid-grade for modern coins, and while it won't command top dollar like an MS6, 7, or higher, XF coins can still carry value when tied to other factors like demand or interesting characteristics. Where things get more interesting is in the auction scene and collector sales. While most circulated 20170 nickels are worth face value, select XF examples with strong strikes, full steps on Monticello, or minor die errors such as doubling, off-center strikes, or die cracks have sold in the $1 to $10 range, which is a solid return on a 5-cent coin. But some rare varieties and pristine XF20 examples have hit auction values as high as $20 to $50. Particularly when certified by top grading companies like PCGS or NGC and listed with detailed photography, collectors are drawn to this coin. Not just for potential errors or variety, but also because modern nickels have become a hot entry point for new numismatists. The 20170 serves as a gateway coin. It's accessible, still in circulation, yet has the potential to uncover value through careful inspection. In XF condition, it holds collector interest as a clean, lightly circulated example that shows the design well while still being affordable. Let's not forget error coins. Some 20170 nickels have been found with die clashes, doubled dies, and struck through grease errors. Even in XF condition, these types of coins can jump in value significantly, sometimes fetching $50 to $100 or more, depending on the rarity and severity of the error. These are the kinds of coins that make headlines in online coin auctions or dealer showcases. As of today, based on eBay and Heritage Auctions data, certified and well-preserved XF examples with minor errors or nearly full steps are actively selling. For $5 to $25, raw coins, if marketed well and photographed clearly, can achieve similar numbers from the right beer. So, is your 20170 nickel worth big money? Maybe not millions, but if it's in extra fine condition, and especially if it has unique features or is part of a full Jefferson nickel set, its value can go far beyond 5 cents. And with the rising interest in modern coin collecting, the 20170 is becoming more desirable by the day. In conclusion, while not every 2017 Jefferson nickel will be a jackpot, XF condition coins, especially with full steps or minor errors, can fetch impressive premiums in today's market. If you're a beginner collector, it's worth checking your change. If you're more advanced, consider submitting XF examples to grading services to see if your coin could be the next big auction hit. Stick around till the end of the video for some tips on how to spot XF condition and identify valuable features. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your own 20170 finds. Thanks for watching and happy collecting!